it works.
Yes, it is being live streamed to YouTube. Let's see if that puppy's working. Got it. Okay. Yes. Nice. It's being recorded. It's being live streamed. Are we opening the doors? There are 3 people here who are okay. Hey, Elena. Elena. We're going to wait for a few more people to flood in to fill this room to bursting capacity. So we'll give it until 6:05. Let's see, we'll play it by ear. So while we're waiting, is anyone watching the World Cup? I'm trying to think of something that people follow and like generally. I mean, that's to you, Sophia and Mark.
So we said it again?
I'm trying to make small talk while we're waiting for people to come on in, so it's not just dead air. But is anyone following the World Cup?
Actually, not much, but
me neither. Sophia, help us out here. We're both terrible.
I've been following for quite some time.
Okay. What sport is it about? Because every time I just turn on the TV, it's like 22 sweating men running after an inflatable leather pigskin, having a good time together. It is interesting.
Yes, so I think we can wait for another 1 minute and then we can start. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good. Did anyone Slack the new link?
Yes.
But can you tell from Zoom if people are watching from YouTube, or you cannot tell?
I think we have to check on YouTube.
Currently, we're having 2 viewers on YouTube as well.
Okay.
Hey, people in YouTube land. Wait, are you one of them, Sophia? Hey, person in YouTube land who isn't Sophia.
That could be.
Sophia's a bot, she doesn't count.
Anyway, you will record it and play it back right down the road. So.
Elena, do you want to say hi in the chat? Or what do you want us to talk about? You can be our puppet master. We're here for you. You're the first person here. Oh, and Gotham? Oh, no, that was quick. I said their name wrong and they were out like that. Nobody saw that because I turned off the video. It was an optical illusion played by Zoom. Oh, no audio. That's a shame. Yes, the Zoom webinar settings, randomly putting a bottle of beer in someone's hand on screen. I don't know. I think we've been hacked. Let's give it until 6:10. Any plans for Christmas, Mark?
Quite a bit of work still before we can close the year. So see, it's kind of boring actually. No food, no football, and then just work until year end. Yeah, it's a bit sad.
Such a Grinch, man.
And no Berlin beer as well.
Oh, My heart weeps. But you're in France?
No, in Dubai.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. So not exactly going to be a white Christmas then.
I guess people are already in vacation.
It sure looks like it. Why they wouldn't want to come here for fun and games? I don't understand. I mean, this is the highlight of people's week, highlight of their month. This isn't work. This is pleasure. I guess we can kick things off. Let's see if more people roll in. So, well, Elena, welcome to Jina AI's Engineering All Hands. We do this thing every month where we invite technical speakers to come in, talk about what they're doing, all the cool technical stuff, usually with Jina, sometimes not, sometimes it's just cool stuff. I'm Alex CG, Senior Open Source Evangelist here at Jina AI. And today we have Marc Fournier, who's going to talk about how he's using AI to combat climate change. A few things up front. We don't have an office hours this month because 'tis the season and all that. Oh, hey, Quentin, good to see you here. Yeah, we don't have any other events this month because, you know, Christmas time is on the way, people. All that New Year and Christmas jazz. So if you want to keep up to date on our upcoming events, join our meetup group. Just search Jina AI Meetup and you'll find all the events there. We've got a whole bunch of new blog posts out, like how to search videos with Jina, how to do some other thing with Jina. I wrote the blog post, I should know about it, but it's all gone. And some new releases of Jina, Docker Array, fine-tune a Clippers service, you know the drill. All right, so I'd like to welcome Marc to the stage, so to speak, and take it away, Marc.
Thanks, Alex. So thanks, Jina team, for inviting me. Let me just put up my screen there. Okay. So today I would like to talk about multimodal AI. And instead of going into too much theory, I wanted to share with you a use case in the form of a platform that we wrote in the context of a hackathon for the UN Climate Change Organization. And the idea is to see how we can apply multimodal AI search to climate action, right? So I will tell you a bit about the problem. Then I will tell you about the proposed platform that we brought up as part of the solution. And then we'll have a bit of a hands-on activity and a live demo. So you'll be able to experience for yourself what does it mean to have this feature in your application or in your system. And then we look at how we can use the platform to get climate action insights. And we'll talk a bit about the data layer and a bit more technical side. And we'll close with the live demo and any question that you have after that. So about the problem, we know that the world is way behind in terms of our collective climate change goals. And progress is being reviewed every year, but the action tracking is quite inefficient. So the UN organizes these COP conferences every year and they actually track progress, and the world is behind. So engagement overall is up. There is a good momentum, but we still lack the ability to make sense of all the data that is being generated and to drive change overall. So in terms of data, the climate action data is very much fragmented, insufficient, incompatible, and many challenges associated with that. Some organizations and some governments have some really great content out there in terms of actionable data and plans, but the access remains quite tedious and it's not appealing to a wider audience. Therefore, some initiatives are limited impact because of that. So these challenges were formulated during the New York Climate Week 4 months ago. And we were happy to be able to work on that and to propose a solution, towards a solution, contribution to a solution to tackle those challenges. So the platform that we wrote is called ActInsight. The whole idea is to get better insight into collective climate actions. And the way we designed it is we wanted to have an interactive and visual approach to understand the trends and patterns. We are happy to say that the ValueGrid team has won the UN Climate Datathon, which was like announced and awarded a couple of months ago. So now this platform has several use cases. The first one that I will show you just after that is like you can pretty much take any picture you want of your environment, and then you get inspired by actionable insights that are generated by the model, which is very much multimodal search AI in action. We'll show you that. And then I will show you a bit, with the platform, you can also understand those relationships we talked about, and we can make sense of large volumes of climate action data. And you can also share data between systems and between organizations. So now time for some activity. So while I speak, what I propose is that you go ahead and you scan this QR code with your mobile device. The platform is mobile friendly. You scan it, and then you can, under 10 seconds, start to experience multimodal AI by yourself, right? If for some reason the QR doesn't work, you can still go to actinsight.org/actionsnap is the name of the feature, the way we call it. Okay, so while you do that, I will show you what you will see to guide you a bit through that. So this is the Action Snap screen. It's quite straightforward, actually. You have this camera button at the top. You just click on it. You take a picture, either from your camera, the device of your mobile device, or you pick it from your existing photos in your library. And you wait a couple of seconds. You submit it, you click on it, and then the model will generate different categories with some insight that as relevant as possible versus the picture you took. So this picture is not coming from photo stock or internet or something. It's just we took it yesterday in the Dubai metro. So it's our own picture. And yet there is a bit of magic here. So the model is able to understand the meaning of some element in the picture. So it's a semantic search. And the model, the platform will match it against different categories that we have in the climate action database that we also integrated and put together. So very much multimodal AI in action. And I suggest you just take any picture you want, you aircon in your room, like anything outside, and you experience it for yourself. So while you do that, I'll show you the two main other features for the platform. We have this, so again, the overall climate data is quite fragmented. You have different public sources, so it's quite difficult to actually make sense of it, to put it simply. So what we have done is like, I will show it live, but you can pretty much ask anything you want down there, and the machine will do its best to actually find patterns, find relationship, get you the information you want, so that you can dive deeper and you can do what you want to do to understand your specific problem. I will show you that in the live demo. And the third and last main feature of the platform is a data sharing API. This one is more technical, but you can actually just go ahead straight from the web interface, enter your SQL query and pull anything you want in any shape you want, basically, in the form of the CSV file, following the standard schema that we implemented across the platform to get interoperability, right? So now, of course, the hardcore developer will tell me that we don't want a website to do that. We want to access directly. So we plan for that, and actually we use it ourselves. you don't need a website to actually call the data and make those requests. You can go directly through our API endpoint. And because it's a language agnostic API, you can call it in any language you want. So in the documentation, we gave example if you want to call it from R, which is very much used in the field of climate research and scientists, and or Python, more like software engineering. And basically, you can code it and bring all this data directly into your workflow. So we got some nice feedback about that because people can work on it and it's quite convenient. You don't even have to go through the web interface. And that's it. So now I will just go ahead and drive you through a live demo, which I open here. Alex, you can still see okay? Everything is fine?
All good.
Okay.
Oh, wait, well, I can see the slide that says ActInsight with the slowly patterny thing. Yeah, okay.
Yes, so actually I switched the platform, but this is what you expected to see. So this is the main home screen of the platform, but when you use the QR code, and hopefully you're able to play with it, it will bring you directly to this feature, to Action Snap. So again, you can go ahead and take the picture from the top, very straightforward. Then you get your picture in there, and then you launch the search, which is a multimodal AI search, right? So as I said, you can see down there, the model has matched it against different high-level categories. And then you can dive down into what interests you most. So if you say that, okay, I took this picture in the metro this morning, I want to know the climate initiative associated with this. So this is quite magic to me because the machine is able to understand that we are looking at railway or metro, buildings, cities, all these concepts, so semantic search. And then it matches against some very tangible information that might be useful to me in the way that is highly structured. So it pulled the top 3 climate initiatives, in that case, the Railway Climate Declaration and 2 other ones, which are all very much relevant. Some of them related to transport, some of them related to cities' climate finance leadership, maybe because of the building and the infrastructure. And then if I want, I can dive deeper, which I will not do now, but those are the SDG, the goals from the UN. So 13 is climate action. So you can see across, of course, and you have the description and you can dive deeper. You can even go ahead and email them or contact them. You can, open more details, see their report and so on with data sources, refer to it. So all this information is like just by taking a picture, which is quite powerful. And this is what multimodal AI search does. So quickly going through the rest of it, challenges, we don't have much in database, so it might not be all relevant, but it's still banking and finance, maybe about the infrastructure. So we'll just move on to that. So solution, this is quite cool because this is something that will be quite tedious to actually go ahead and find in the many organizations and websites and everything. But straight away, you have the top 3 in terms of nature of cities. So there is a call for action, a summary of what is being done around the world on this topic, and then some tangible, actionable insights. So actions for individuals, actions for group, for companies, depending on who you are, you can just have a quick look about the key high-level, practical, tangible action that you can take to make a difference for all of us to tackle this climate change challenge, right? So you have that it's quite easy to see. Then you have some governance element, and then of course you can always link back to the source to dive deeper and to talk to the right people and so on, right? Depending on what interests you. So you have this high-level view. Net zero cities, very much applicable as well in terms of what is being done to bring Dubai and other places to net zero. And the model picked buildings, which makes sense as well. So same, what you can do in this category to help, drive collective impact. Okay, so if I just quickly go through the rest of it, and this is cool as well because the model, in terms of companies and investors, it went to the right database, and it found out that there is a strong link with MR Properties. So MR, for those who don't know, is the biggest property developer in in the Middle East. So the model was able to associate those buildings, which are mostly from MR, by the way, to the company. Of course, there's nothing hard-coded. It's just the clip model doing this magic and bringing you the nice information. And you can dive deeper because now going across the Postgres SQL, the model is, sees that there is a report available from the company, so you can open the report, which I will not do here. And so it's all dynamically linked together thanks to this multimodal AI search capability. Okay, so just moving on, just quickly, cities and region. This is Dubai, and the model picked it up. It picked up Abu Dhabi, which could be as well, will look the same, and Manama, which I have no idea where it is, but somehow maybe the landscape is similar. And again, you can pick the report from Dubai, see the all key information about their pledge, their commitment to net zero, and the overall climate actions that they are taking to address those challenges. So I think maybe I can just pick another quick example. So you can see either you can pick the camera, which might work on Zoom because it will take the channel, but whatever, I'll just pick some picture. If I take some, let's say you're walking around in your environment and you see this, sadly cut trees, and just quickly show you that. So you cannot break it. You can just go ahead and take a picture of anything and get the insight for these different things. So you can see all the initiative and solutions, afforestation, degraded land restoration, agroforestry. So again, it gives you a very high-level, quick look at many initiatives available out there and what you can do to also get involved, right? Just by a picture. So that's the action snap features. As discussed, I will show you two more. The action tracking, which might not look too good on Zoom because there is an animation and it will be chopped up through the meeting, but it's fine. You can check it by yourself. So it will take many of the different actors, the initiatives. So the actors are the companies, the investors, the organization, the countries, the cities, the region, and link that together through how they fit together between the initiative, the actions, and the actor, right? So again, I will not spend too much time on that. You get the idea, but you can, if you open the right panel, you can see a lot more information about countries involved. You can dive deeper, going to the source of all this, and you can have this live query. So also a multimodal search, but it's not semantic anymore. It's another way to look at the whole relationship between data. If I go down there and I type anything I want, actually, so there is a live query search that will go and pull information as needed. So if I look at low carbon, so the Zoom is putting some stuff on top, but I can see and focus on one initiative. Let's pick the assessing low carbon transitions, for example, and I can dive through that and see how I can get the information I want out of it. So I have my initiatives. I can see, when it was launched, a participant 425. I have the quick glance, and then I can pick individual participant. So some, let's say this one big company, and then I can see what are the specific pledge related to this specific initiative. So again, that would be very tedious to go ahead and open many spreadsheets to actually get this information. This one, you can just travel through it and discover for yourself what are those relations, who is involved. You can see if I want to filter out, I want to remove the investors and keep only, let's say, the companies. So it's spinning too much, but so see, no, sorry, I kept only what I kept, the organizations. So if I go and see, okay, you get the point, right? You can see, you can dive as much as you want and get all information you need in a way that is very interactive and very visual. Okay, so now I will switch to the last feature, which is the data sharing. Again, a bit more technical, but we have this live SQL query. So we have a Postgres database behind, which is connected directly through an API. So again, it's a live SQL query. You can directly pull the information the way you want by editing the query. I will not run it because it would open the CSV file and everything, or I can. I run the query, and in the background, it will pull that from the live database, which takes and pulls the latest information available from whoever contributed to it. So it's a way to be to integrate the data and to have interoperability, because we all follow one schema that you can pull. You can see down there. So it's a bit technical, but you can make sure that you know what you're looking for and when you do your SQL query. And the last thing I mentioned is that you have the documentation that says that through those endpoints, you can actually go ahead and pull it directly from your backend, or actually from your Python notebook or whatever data science workflow you are working with in Python, and get working by pulling this data and to working on the higher level added value that you can bring again to make a difference. So that's pretty much it. Let me just come back here. I think it gives you a fairly, you can see on the platform, so a bit confusing. Let me come back to the main screen. And the last thing is, like, on the platform, you will get, of course, the useful links and the sources for the information, the quick tour, the documentation, and it's on GitHub. So we open source this platform. If you feel that you want to, help us to make it better and build on top of it, that will be very welcome. And we still are working on some additional features that I will not mention here, but some geographical insights and some more like social network aspect to it. So it's live, and we plan to make it grow, and hopefully with the help of the community. Okay, and that's it. Let me just come back to a couple of slides more, but it's pretty much done. We just wanted to share with you, so I think the team will send to you all this link, the different link to find this, but you can get it pretty much from the QR code. ValueGrid, our AI consultancy. Please follow us on LinkedIn. You can follow us individually as well. We have Jina, our host. You can flash the Slack community QR code to join the community and start the dialogue. And then we have the Jina AI GitHub that Alex, I think, mentioned at the very beginning. Then you can feel free to also join and get a lot of good open source stuff out of there. And finally, some references for data sources that you can get that for references later on. And that's it. So if you have any question or anything, I'm very happy to answer them.
Fantastic. Thank you, Marc. And do we have any questions? You can put them in the Q&A, you can put them in the chat, you can send us a pigeon. It may take a while, but you do you. Well, I've got one. So what were the biggest challenges in developing all of this, Marc?
So even though the overall concept sounds simple, and actually to be quite straightforward to get that working in a good old notebook in Python, typical standard workflow, the key is to get that to work in production. So we didn't have much traffic today, sadly, but the whole thing is cloud native, and the idea is to get all these users running this model, which are quite heavy. The clip model is fairly huge. To get that working in production is a challenge. And for that to work, you have many different approaches, but the one that Jina is working on, the open source code, is very useful for that, because it is not just a wrapper around like some AI model. They have all this important capability of production grade features that as a developer, you really want to have. You see, in the context of this hackathon, we had 3 weeks to get that all done. And with all the tricks that you can get when you push a workload like that in production, you need smart engineers and smart open source code behind to be able to get that working smoothly, concurrently. So I didn't go into too much detail, but all this async operation, the full duplex, the queue management, the protocols, we have this gRPC between different servers. It should be non-blocking. You have so many things that you have to take care of: the TLS, the compression, the cryptography. Everything should be secured. So all these things that you will not think about when you're just coding it from your notebook. Once you're in the cloud, you need to get that done, and Jina does it very well actually in the open source code, and also the way to, again, when you the project is not huge, but there's a lot of complexity because of different aspects of it. I think you need a way to elegantly abstract certain concepts. So across the platform, I use Docker Array from Jina to get the abstraction for multimodal objects. And it's quite elegant. Again, you could do it by yourself, but that would be inelegant. So having this kind of capability makes the whole platform a lot more powerful, production grade, and ready for traffic, basically.
Wow.
It was a long answer. Sorry, Alex, but
no, I love the comprehensive answer. Elena is saying, thanks for sharing your advanced new tool. It's very inspiring. There's big potential in the platform. It looks like it could be implemented in a multi-dimensional environment, and different industries can benefit from it. Good luck, ValueGrid, to grow the tool.
Yes, thanks for that. You're completely right. I think this obviously multimodal AI is a capability that I mean, I would agree to say that this is the future, and this is something that you can apply to climate change, but to pretty much many problems out there in the industry. So definitely, it's something that is, I think, a bit emerging. People are still used to keyword search and stuff, but it's exploding, and it's going to be very exciting to see where it goes.
Too right. Do we have any more questions?
Not on YouTube.
All right. Well, I guess that's a wrap. Thank you so much, Marc, for joining us for
Thank you
this
very much.
exploration of multimodal AI in the context of climate change. Yeah, it's been a blast.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Well, happy holidays, everyone. Whatever holidays you celebrate, have happy ones. If you don't celebrate any holidays this year, hell, make some up. Merry Ginamas.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Alex.
Right, thanks. Bye, everybody.